So let's do a little education today. Let's talk about heat moving. That's what we really do. We move heat. So my air in this building comes from above the ceiling tile on all the floors into this big giant return here. It's just wild. There's no ductwork connected to it. There's just grills in the ceiling pulling the air up, bringing it in this big giant chase and bringing it into this mechanical room. As you can see, down the hallway, down this little passage, we come down this way, and lo and behold, we have another stage or section of that wild return right here. Now, we've got a quantity of heat in that air, and we want to get rid of it. We want the building to be comfortable. Well, that air in this space will come through right up there. Now we can economize as well, but the air from the building is coming from up there straight into this filter bank. It's a pretty good sized filter bank, not the biggest, but I can stand inside here and play with it. But all that building air is coming here, bringing its heat with it. Now, that heat in the air is going to pass through this coil. Now, you understand the refrigerant process. We would have liquid refrigerant coming through, hitting a couple of metering devices over there, flashing off as it's passing through this evaporator. And as it's flashing off, that's where all the work gets done. And we are absorbing heat from that air. Now we need that heat to go someplace. So we're going to end up running our heat gathering refrigerant through our compressors, coming off as a hot gas into a couple of condenser barrels. Now these condenser barrels have the hot gas refrigerant coming in one side of it, coming out liquid refrigerant the other side, because we took the heat off of it via water. So those refrigerant passes that go back and forth through that barrel are covered by water. That water's taking the heat off. So we've taken the heat from the building, transferred it into the refrigerant, brought it into those condenser barrels, and now we've taken the heat back off that refrigerant and we put it in water. So right now, that heat from the building is in a water loop. That water loop's coming over here to go through these pumps headed outside. So we go outside. Our warm water's coming in this pipe. It's going up there to a cooling tower up on the top, and we are passing it through another radiator, and then at that time we can either take that heat off by turning some fans on, pulling the air off or the heat off that way, or we can combine that with this pump right here that's actually going to circulate water that's internal to this machine, not related to our other loop, through a spray bar, spraying down over the top of our radiator and removing the heat from the water that way, so that now that water returning is cooler and can absorb some more heat that the refrigerant's going to give up to us. And that is essentially how we are taking heat from the building, pulling it into the refrigerant, passing it over into the water, passing the water outside, to where we're rejecting that heat into the air surrounding our building. And now we have reduced the temperature in the building and we've thrown it away outside. That's all we got to do. Easy, right?